Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commencement of the class of 2025. I am Dr. Malcolm Hill, and it is my privilege to serve as the principal of Belleville West High School. We respectfully ask that you stand at this time for the national anthem performed by the Belleville West Band under the direction of Mr. Michael Pond Jones. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. You may be seated. I would like to begin by introducing individuals gathered up here on stage to preside over this ceremony. Dr. Brian Menzer, Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Dustin Billbrook, Assistant Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Mike Eiskamp, President of the Board of Education. Mrs. Cherie Bennett, Board of Education. Dr. Richard Bass, Associate Principal. At this time, I'd like to call Dr. Billbrook up.
Thank you, and good morning, Belleville West families. It is my honor to be with you all here today. Today, of course, is about these students, a celebration of what they've accomplished and a reflection on what is next for them. But schools, on graduation day, we reflect in much the same way, thinking ahead to what next year will hold, but also proud of where we are. In that spirit, our District 201 school community wants to take a moment to express appreciation for what and who has gotten us to where we are. Dr. Brian Menzer has been a leader at Belleville Township High School District 201 since 2012. Before that, he was a respected educator and educational leader in the elementaries of Belleville and the broader Belleville community. And before that, Brian was a graduate right here at Belleville West High School. To this point, he has a lifetime of history in our community and a career's worth of work in making our schools the very best that they can be. Under Dr. Menzer's leadership at District 201, our schools have seen an increase in program for students, built and maintained top-notch school facilities, and strengthened the relationship with community leaders and business and industry partners. He has the progressive and creative vision that led to the regionally recognized and award-winning CAVE campus. He uses the type of sound decision-making that made District 201 a school leader during the COVID pandemic. And he may say most importantly, he has a people-first mindset that has led to an increase in academic support for students, as well as an emphasis on physical and emotional well-being for both students and staff. Simply put, Belleville High Schools are better because of the work of Dr. Brian Menzer. So please join me in recognizing our next speaker, Superintendent of District 201, 1994 West High School graduate and father of a graduate today, Dr. Brian Menzer.
Good morning. I examined the script pretty carefully, and that was not part of it. Welcome to the class of 2025. I would like to welcome all the parents, family members, friends, faculty, and everyone that may be in attendance online. Today marks a milestone in so many ways. Today is a day to be proud of your journey, no matter how smooth or bumpy it may have been. Today is a celebration of your accomplishment. Be ready for what the future holds. Your time at Belleville West and at school have prepared you for this, and we are extremely proud of all of you. Everyone's future has merit. The options are endless, whether you're going far away to college or staying close to home, or going to school to learn a trade, or going directly in the workforce, or you're going to serve our country in a branch of service. All of these futures are respected and admired, and everyone in this stadium this morning wants to see you achieve your goals. So what's it going to take? First, it takes perseverance. Don't fool yourself into thinking that the next chapter is going to be any easier, because it's not. It will require you to find it inside yourself to keep your eye on your prize. Secondly, you're going to need to make new friends and colleagues. Surround yourself with people who make good choices. Lean on them, and never let anyone take you down their road without first asking for directions. Third, you have to work harder than you ever have. It is the single most impactful attribute that leads to success. I pride myself on hard work above all things. It is a choice, and if you choose it, it will bring you much success. And finally, the simplest of all things, just being nice. Often absent in our world today, but something we all need today more than ever. Before you move on, stop and say thank you. Give someone encouragement, or just be quiet and listen. Be nice to yourself and those around you. Graduates, remember, today is your day. Take it all in, have fun, and then roll up your sleeves and get back to work. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Kathleen Easton, Student Council President, who will give the senior proclamation.
Good morning. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kate Easton, and I'm honored to be speaking here today as the Executive Student Council President. One day, you'll come across a photo or two of someone you once knew. You'll pause. You'll notice they have deepened wrinkles and softer, wiser eyes with speckled graying hair. They look different, but you will remember them. Their 16-year-old smile lights up your mind as you picture seeing their first car pulling into your driveway, them picking you up to go nowhere special. And you can't miss their laugh. It's still echoing down some hallway of your memories, while the song they swore would be the soundtrack of their life plays softly in the background, slowly fading away. And in that moment, you'll miss them more than you ever expected. Not for who they became, but for who they were when you knew them best. We'll never be those people again, but how lucky we were to have been them together. So, soak up these last few minutes we have as the class of 2025, or we might just forget them.
Today, we honor and recognize the retiring staff of Belleville West and District 201. These individuals have given tirelessly to the Belleville West and District 201 family. Their expertise and commitment to Belleville West and the community has been greatly appreciated. I would like to recognize our retirees. Ms. Julie Birch, Curtis Clendenin, Mr. Michael O'Donnell. Thank you for your tireless efforts on behalf of our district and the students of Belleville West. We also would like to thank all faculty members who are volunteering today in order to make this a great event, along with all of the administrators here at Belleville West. In an effort to recognize the highest academic achievement of students at Belleville West, we have developed a program to honor the top 1%, the top 2 to 5%, and the top 6 to 10% by GPA. These students are identified by wearing different color stoles. Students are wearing different colors cords for the National Honor Society, Student Council, Running Start, State Scholars, National Merit Scholars, Harambe, Departmental Honor Societies, and AVID, as well as various medals they have earned during their high school career. The students designated in the top 1%, summa cum laude, will now deliver the class farewell. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025, please welcome the representatives from summa cum laude, Lillian Averbeck, Jada Caston, Addison Gulluck, Molly Hagg, Natalie Hall, Jacob Mathenia, Theo Record, Michael Robinson, Sophia Schuhart, Abigail Seagal.
Good morning and congratulations to our class of 2025. Graduations can be a time of sentiment and reflection. We thought it was only fitting to borrow a few lines from scripts we hold near and dear to us. Today, as we celebrate our accomplishments and look ahead, we're going to let the movies do some of the talking. One of my favorites, Forrest Gump, once said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get." While not knowing what the 4 years would bring us, we faced challenges we didn't expect, friendships we did not plan, and memories that changed us forever. Some of it was good fun, and some was just stupid is as stupid does. And that's all I have to say about that. In his wisdom, Forrest also stated, "Mama always said miracles happen every day. While today may not quite be a miracle, it sure does feel like one." I'm not certain if we are here today because of fate or the choices we made, but either way, we are here, stronger, wiser, ready for the unknown, whatever flavor is in our box of chocolates.
As Lillian said, being here today feels nothing short of our own miracle. The last 4 years here together have been transformative, inspiring, and memorable. We all entered high school unsure of the unknown, but as our time here together has flown by, the amount of memories made, friendships connected, and lessons learned has allowed us to grow into the amazing people sitting here today. As we are all ready to take the next steps in our lives, I am reminded of a quote from the movie Secretariat. "You can't always see where you're going, but if you keep going forward, you'll get there." While some of us may be unsure of what the future holds, keep pushing, growing, and believing. We will get there.
Like Jada said, we will all move forward to our own finish lines, and along the way, don't forget to slow down and truly enjoy the journey. As it says in our courtyard, in the words of Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. As a class, we've really done it all. We came into high school right after COVID and experienced everything from masks and social distancing to being packed into an assembly celebrating our third homecoming win. Now, 4 years later, after hearing that last bell, we sit here ready to move on to the next chapter in our lives. Wherever life takes you, remember, time won't wait. Make the most of every day, every moment, and every choice. We can't control time, but we can control what we do with it and how we fill it.
Just like Addison said, we can't control time because they say when you graduate high school, your life begins. But let's not forget about the life we have built right here. I'm sure we can agree that the person who walked into West is not the same person sitting in these chairs. In these 4 years, we became someone here. We made friends, we lost friends, we made some choices that may not have been the best, but nonetheless, it shaped us into who we are today. Now, here we are, still growing, still changing, still being shaped. But as I look into the crowd, I can already see all the amazing things you are going to do with your lives. So I will leave you with one last message from a forgetful fish named Dory. When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Like Dory and Marlin and Elfie and Galinda, friendships can come and go in unexpected ways. They can last a few short years or a lifetime. Once we leave this ceremony, we will go our separate ways, but know that every single one of us here has left a lasting impression on at least one person at this school. And know that because I knew you, I have been changed for the better. Now, let me say before we part, in the words of the pink and green witches themselves, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend.
And that's just it. I think the unexpected friendships and turmoil are precisely what makes this period so impactful on us. Look, I'm not going to stand up here and act like I had the hardest path. Some of you really had to fight to get here, and I've got nothing but respect for that. I know people have been dealing with jobs, family stuff, money problems, loss, and still showed up. But one thing we've all got in common is that these next few years, the next 10, people are counting on us to succeed whether we like it or not. And like Rocky said in Creed 2, you got people that need you now. You got everything to lose.
Like Rocky in Creed, Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn had people who counted on him. When they needed him most, his advice was, always remember, your focus determines your reality. For the past 4 years as a class, we have made mistakes together, we have learned together, and we have grown together. Walking across this stage today proves that all of us have used our focus to determine this reality. Now we split ways. Your reality after this is completely up to you. Use everything we have learned together to make it a good one. And remember, may the Force be with you.
As Theo said, the last 4 years have required a great deal of focus. And now as I stand here today, I'm reminded of a quote from Harry Potter. It's not our abilities that show what we truly are, it is our choices. Over the years, we've discovered our abilities in academics, arts, sports, and leadership. But more importantly, we've made choices. We chose to show up when it mattered, to help others, to grow through challenges. And those choices define who we are far more than any grade ever could. The choices we make from here, how we treat people, how hard we work, and what we stand for will shape our future more than any natural talent. So let's choose courage, kindness, and purpose. Let's choose to be more than what we're expected to be.
Choices make up who we are and our future, and sometimes those choices are easier than others. It's my choice that my all-time favorite movie is The Princess Bride, or one quote always stood out to me. Get some rest. If you haven't got your health, you haven't got anything. We are all going down our own paths where we will encounter different challenges. Remember that a breather is sometimes needed. It's okay to take a break. Sometimes they are a necessity. Another movie that I adore is Interstellar, where it says, "Time is relative, okay? It can stretch and squeeze, but it can't run backwards." Our high school years are over, but we will always have the memories and friendships that we have made. Everyone here has done an amazing job. You made it here today to walk across the stage. And since time cannot run backwards, really enjoy today and enjoy the now.
Unlike Sophia, I'm more of a TV show person, one of my favorites being Friends. You'll hear a quote or two from that later. But for right now, I want y'all to close your eyes and think back to the beginning of the school year, way back in August. You're just minding your own business and in the corner, and Great Aunt Betty or Uncle Stan or whoever it was in your case came over and asked you the dreaded question. What are your plans after high school? Bruh, plans? I don't even have a pla. Thank you, Phoebe Buffet, for saying the words we were all thinking. But look at us now, 9 months later. We're all rocking the silly maroon cap and gowns. And even if we aren't 100% sure what our futures may hold, we all have some idea of the path we're taking as we leave the stadium today. Of course, change can be scary, especially as we head off into the world as adults. But like Monica Geller put it, welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it. Thank you.
At this time, please welcome Demaria Ruffin, class president, as she gives the senior farewell.
Hi, everyone. My name is Demaria Ruffin, and I am your senior class president. Congratulations, everyone. We made it through high school. So now, as we step out into the world, diplomas at hands and with our hearts full of dreams, let us all remember this. We are not just the products of change. We are the ones who make change happen. In a world that often seems divided, we don't just wait for the light to find us. Instead, we have to become the light. Let us lead with compassion and speak with courage, wherever we all may go next. May we always carry the spark that was lit here and use it to ignite hope into the hopeless, kindness into the unkind, and progress in the world. Because the future doesn't just happen, we shape it. Thank you.
At this time, I would like all of our graduates at this time to stand and clap for your parents and support system. Please stand. You may be seated. Congratulations, graduates. Today is your parents and your day. It is a day to celebrate with your family and friends. Today, you will fly high. Many of you are heading to a higher level of education at a university, community college, apprenticeship, training, or military. Because of your hard work and dedication, you have become a source of strength at Belleville West High School. The American eagle symbolizes the strength and freedom in America. The American eagle flies extremely high, and you will get this opportunity in life because you are graduating from Belleville West High School. Whenever you are engaged in a struggle in your life, the characteristics of the strength of the American eagle will kick in for your strength. An eagle's vision is extremely excellent. Your vision for your future is great because you are a Belleville West Maroon. The values of the American eagle are strength, vision, fearlessness, and hard work. These values and the education you receive at Belleville West will fly you to success in the future. The American eagle takes its battles high into the air where the prey cannot breathe. During your battles in your life, take your thinking and intelligence to the next level to defeat your opponents. In closing, when you go off into the employment market, you will have all types of competition, but remember, you have the strength of American eagle. The eagle can fly as high as 15,000 feet. Take your competition to 15,000 feet. And I challenge you to grow, embrace your future learning with passion, improve in every way. Be a better person today than you were yesterday, and treat everyone you meet with kindness and compassion. Also, class of 2025, make the world a better place by helping the less fortunate. Always reach for the moon, and even if you miss, you will be among the stars. Always do it the eagle and maroon way, being respectful, responsible, kind. Thank you. I now certify the class of 2025 to the Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Menzer as having met the graduation requirements of the State of Illinois, the Board of Education of District 201, the faculty of Belleville West. I now ask that the President of the Board, Mr. Mike Iskant, along with Ms. Cherie Bennett, to come forward to present the diplomas to the class of 2025.
Dr. Hill, will you please read the roll?
Kate Easton, Executive Council, President. Demaria Ruffin, Class President. Molly Hagg, Class Vice President. Madeline Fleege, Class Secretary. Corrine Leach, Class Treasurer. Andrea Ritchie, Eagle recipient. Along with Molly Hagg, the next 9 students to receive their diplomas have the destination of graduating summa cum laude on a weighted grading system that rewards students for taking the most difficult courses the school offers. They rank in the top 1% class of 2025. Lillian Averbeck, Jada Casto, Addison Gluck, Natalie Hall, Jacob Mathenia, Theo Rickert, Michael Robinson. Sophia Schuhart. Abigail Siegel. The next 13 students to receive their diplomas have the designation of magna cum laude. They rank in the top 5% in the class of 2025. Kaylee Asher. Ayana Brown. Cole Harris. Alan Hong. Christine North. Lucas Pellman. Eleanor Smith. Sylvie Seagraves. Allison Sheldon. Jayla Singleton. Elder Thacker. Addison Watson. Gabrielle Williams. Along with Kate Easton, Madeline Fleege, and Corrine Leach, the next 19 students have earned the distinction of graduating cum laude. They rank in the top 10% in the class of 2025. Payla Ellers. Kylie Bagby. Jaden Beck. Riley Epen. Ella Gears. Taylor Granger. Mohammed Hamza. Wyatt Hayes. Diana Hoffman. Madeline Hartvoth. Zariah Houston. Haley Kramer. Cole Crayer. Melina Lewis. Peyton Long. Eric Perchbacher. Andrew Kiras. William Rockwell. Brianne Walker. Saifa Abraham. Jada Atkins. Joreen Atkins. Josiah Agnew. Caden Alexander. Lucas Allen. Ramon Andrews. Brandy Anthony. Demarion Armstead. Maurice Arnold. Tabery Arrington. Elijah Unger. Brandon Austin. D. Marquise Baker. Kamaya Baker. Kaylee Ballard. Jarvis Banner Jr. Ava Barnes. Brandon Barnes. Ozzy Bedwan. Will Lazier Belt. Charlotte Bilzing. Kagan Birch Bernard. Aiden Black. Christopher Black Jr. Dewaya Blanchard. Mariah Blue. Madeline Blomer. Artavia Borders. Trayton Bowen. Noan Bowie. Cameron Boyce, Chelsea Boyd, Isaac Branch, Thomas Brantley Jr., Alana Broden, Kyle Brooks Jr., Dominique Brown, Kaylin Brown, Kevin Brown II, Kobe Brown, Quentin Brown, Stefan Brown, James Bullard, Nicholas Bonatek, Kaylin Burns, Adrian Barton, Jennifer Bush, Liliana Buttonhoff, Tia Bynum, Tyler Carderero, Benjamin Cardwell, Lucy Cardwell, Jacqueline Calhoun, Mahira Cannon Smith, Lillian Capel, X-Reyes Cardona, see all right? Scarlett Carenza, DeMonte Carey, Amaya Cerna, Micah Clark Hurd, Brian Clark, Selena Clemens, Aiden Colbert, Kylie Collins, Anna Comstock, Alora Coughlin, Clayton Correll, Jordan Cox, India Crape, Cameron Cunningham, Cameron Carey, Zion Custer, Russell Dalehouse, Bryant Davis Jr., Sidney Davis, Jaden DeBow, Brianna Dimick, Julian Descamps, Addison DeWitt, Timothy Dillbeck III, Thomas Dinan, Tristan Dixon, Jasmine Donald, Kalia Dones, Aiden Donnelly, Zoe Dontinsney, Naya Doris, Masden Douglas, Zoe Dozier, Jalen Dyer, Julius Edwards Jr., Jeremiah Eichots, McKenna Elliott, Madison Elias, Adam Esker, Connor Fant, Brianna Falk, Carly Faulkner, Rihanna Fenton, Caleb Fernandez, William Fizo, Leslie Figueroa, Andrew Fisher, Olivia Fleege. Alexander Ford. Denilah Franklin. Jonathan Feisen. Generica Feisen. Congratulations. Casey Fultz. Deshaun Gage Jr. Adela Gajan. Ebony Gamble. Tay Aaron Gant. Alessandra Gardner. Dante Gardner. Emma Gasprich. Madison Gaynor. Samuel Gebhardt. Elizabeth Gelhausen. Abigail George. Janaya Gibson. Levant Gibson Jr. Alex Gilbert. Michael Gilmore. Randy Gibbons. Michelle Gomez Mahaya. Kelby Green. Nevaeh Green. Jeremy Grime. Megan Groom. Alexander Gutierrez. Emma Hagan. Elise Hall. Amira Hall. Chase Hall. Jeremiah Hall. Stanasia Hall. Ani Hamilton. J. Prince Harden. Ariana Harper. Jaden Harris. Mario Harris Jr. Robert Harris Jr. Mia Harrison. Camille Harvey Ross. Charles Hawkins Jr. Dwayne Hawkins Jr. Julius Hawkins. Noah Hurd. Nicholas Hurd. Ronald Heitman. Brandon Henfield. Darian Hendricks. Annalyn Henshaw. Micaiah Hill. John Hilbert. Cole Hines. Shariah Hines. Dominic Hoffman. Ethan Hoffmeister. Brock Hogan. Ariana Holbrook. Nevaeh Holbrook. Zane Holbrook. Ryan Hallwell. Michaela Holman. Maggie Houlihan. Zoe Haran. Desiree Horton. Janiyah Howard. Lucas Hubbard. Simone Hudson. Gary Humphreys Jr. Kim Marie Hunt. Violet Hurdle. Vincent Joseph Ikeda. Allison Ivory. Donnell Jackson. Patrick Jackson. Gabriel James. Jaden James. Nikayla Jimerson, Brian Johnson Jr., Raylan Johnson, Tayshawn Johnson, Ayana Jones, Jaleb Jones, Josiah Jones, William Jones, Tori Jordan, Athena Joyce, Kaylee Joyce, Cortez Cates, Justin Katharina, Anastasia Kelly, Kel Kimbrough, Shariah Kimbrough, Kristen Chrysler, Darlene Kaiser, Madison Kloss, Sean Kujawa, Adeline Kupski, Kyle Labuskis, Theodosia Lacey, Ariana Lee, Deja Lewis. Mm-hmm.
Your last page, get out with his page. Your very last page. These are the add-ons.
We got add-ons.
Yeah. Starting with 505. Good call.
This the last page? Hold that. Hold your finger there.
Good.
Thank you.
No problem.
Ikea Lewis, Jayla Little,
What's the name? What's the name?
Lewis.
272. Let her get her diploma, though.
No, tell him to come.
Said her name but didn't get it, right? Just come out. Brandon, get the picture.
Theodosia. Okay. Theodosia Lacey, Ariana Lee, Deja Lewis, Ikea Lewis, Jayla Little, Jeremiah Lockhart, Nanisha Loham, Cecil Long, Brianna Laurie, Grant Lynch, Kyle Lynch, Layton Lynch, Michaela Madison, Colton Maines, Jalen Manning, Micah Morales, Laney Moreno, Colton McCarrion, Scott Marshall, Camille Martin, Quincy Martin, Jock Matthews, Shamonte Matthews, London McCaleb, Mariah McCanton, Taylor McCaster, James McClusty, Tayshawn McGee Devins, Arthel McGee Jr., Troy McLean, Dejon McNeil, Madison Melvin, William Menzer. Christian Morcedo Gavin.
Okay, all right.
Noah Misiti. Brianna Miller. LaDante Miller Jr. Brittany Miller Holman. Mackenzie Mims. Dallas Minor. Olivia Missy. Dranila Mixon. Ehab Mohammed. Matthew Monroe. Dariah Moore. Malachi Moore. Ricky Moore III. Aaliyah Moran. Naya Moorfield. Robert Moorfield. Tyler Morgan. Mackenzie Morse. Shamir Misley. Sophia Monaco. Yalen Muniz Jarmello. Cameron Murphy. Wes Muse. Tanila Neely. Barrett Neville-Glosky. Calvin Nolan Jr. Journey Noden. Maxwell Navaria. Michael O'Neill II. Chance O'Sabin. Van O'Neill. Dante Onye Meliquay. Landon Page. Sophia Portello. Dylan Patel. Isabella Paul. Neville Pennington. Albrianna Pollard. Autumn Powers. Johanna Prater. Sophia Price. Jalen Probst. Allison Quintanilla Campos. Garrett Rainbow. Daniel Ramirez. Alex Ramo. Sydney Ray. Jayla Reynolds. Megan Rose. Darian Rigdale. Justin Riley. Evelyn Reves Varela. Paige Roberts. Calvin Robertson Jr. Tanaya Robertson. Victor Robertson III. Melanie Robertson. Ariel Rocket. Araya Rocket. Denila Rocket. Addie Rockwell. Jaden Rogers. Elliot Romano. Destiny Ross. Sophia Rosie. Deron Roundtree. Ty Runch. Zachary Rucker III. Lindley Russell. Olivia Sailors Zar. Bryce Sansi. Justin Sales, Ashley Schaefer, Keller Smith, Sophia Smitling, Connor Snyder, Ella Schubert, Lou Schutz, Emma Schraub, Nicholas Swagel, Deanna Scott, James Scott II, Nicholas Scott, Muna Seck, Rocky Seabell, Madison Sexton, Kaylee Sheely, Donovan Sheely, Hannah Shore, Kenneth Schulman, Antonio Silas, Cortez Simmons, Madeline Simpson, Akela Smith, Armand Smith. What is it? Courtney Smith, Deanna Smith, Ariel Smith, Jada Smith, all right, Jada Smith, Jalen Smith, Caitlin Smith, Nazar Smith, Paul Smith, Sanaya Smith, Peyton Spirals, Dayla Stennis, Jeremiah Stennis, Tyler Stern, Taylor Stewart, Christian Stovall, Brazil, Taylor Strong, Jackson Stroby, Jordan Stronsey, Brooks Stubbs, Michael Sutton, Mason Sutton Strobe, Aaron Taylor, Braden Taylor, Charles Taylor, Kirkwin Taylor, Shelby Tutrine, Liddell Thomas III, Jerry Thomas III, Henry Thurcald, Kayla Tiemann, Kaylee Tiemann, Ozol Rodriguez, Elena Todd, Alyssa Todd, Chance Touche, Sophia Trapp, Landon Traxler, Cole Tribot, Yasmin Triplet, Mackenzie Triska, Kennedy Truant, Graham Trusty, Jit Prostorm, Ton Koso, Deja Ryan Turner, Takora Tyler, Diane Ursegi, Sophia Valeris, Jordan Vaughn, Madison Victor, Jaheim Vogler, Amelia Wagner, Ari Walker, Sakaya Wallace, Timothy Wallace III, Savannah Wallace, Tana Wash, Savannah Ward, Xavier Ware, Shanita Warren, Kelsey Washington, Kaylee Watts, Jaden Weigel, Jim Wellen, Blake Weston Jr., Anila Whitfield, Anna Wilhelm, Annalise Williams, Beautiful Williams, Beyonce Williams, Demarion Williams, Jalen Williams, Jeremiah Williams, Caden Williams, Aiden Willis, Dwayne Willis Jr., Hudson Wills, Isaiah Williard, Alexandria Wilson, Cameron Wilson, Elizabeth Wilson, Janaya Wilson, Jeffrey Wilson Jr., Kanisha Wilson, Connor Winterbauer, Enicia Winters, Amani Winters, Kalani Wise, Abigail Wojcik, Emma Woda, Christian Wood, Ethan Woody, Clark Wren III, Mela Kaya Wright, Nyla Wright, Brooklyn Zeller, Jaden Waltering, Montez Green, Tristan Winters, James Johnson, Lamaya Weekfall, Malik Johnson, Karan Dugan.
One more. Zion Williams.
Two more or one more?
If you haven't read this one.
Zion Williams. Will the class of 2025 please rise? You may now move your tassel as a sign of your graduation. 2025, you may be seated. Please be seated. Tell us where to go for us walking here. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated for the recessional of the Belleville West class of 2025. Thank you for joining us today.